I recognize that there's very few companies that kind of are kind of a straight line. It's much more of a kind of a roller coaster ride. But even there, I realized, and particularly now that I look back, that some of the moments that seemed the most difficult, the most dark, the most scary, actually led us to opportunities that really drove growth. And one in particular, I remember, is back in 1988, we had established a partnership with Apple and got them to license the Apple brand name to us to create an online service called Apple Inc. Personal Edition. I thought this was the coup of all coups. The Apple had never licensed their brand name. We got their brand name. This is going to be our next big thing. Well, we launched it, and Apple decided they didn't really like the idea of having us, kind of operating an Apple branded service. And remember back then we were distributing free software to get people to try AOL. Apple wanted to sell software, and only through authorized Apple retailers. So there was a lot of tension. So ultimately they said, we're going to, kind of tear up the contract. We're not going to let you do this anymore. It's like, wow, that's kind of a bummer. We did negotiate kind of a settlement, a few $1 million that allowed us to kind of rebrand it and remarket it. And we ended up rebranding it America Online. So if Apple hadn't walked away, who knows? Maybe we'd still be called Apple. Like the fact that they did walk away, creating quite an existential crisis. There were a lot of people, including some of our investors, said, we're not going to be able to survive this. It actually turned out we were able to pivot and thrive in a way we never otherwise would have anticipated. So again, I know a lot of people with a lot of companies are struggling right now and trying to figure out how to reopen and how to rebuild their businesses and make payroll. And there are a lot of really difficult struggles. I don't underestimate that for a minute. But trying to at least spend some of your time just imagining what are the new opportunities this might be creating for your company or for your sector. I encourage people to, as I said before, not just focusing on the managing, triaging side, of which you probably have to spend a lot of time, but the imagining art of the possible side.